Hello, howdy, it's me, Webweaver. It's Look Who It Is. So we're back. I'm actually recording this on the day of, and not like a day in advance like the last couple of videos have been. So, it is Look Who It Is. Discipline or folklore studies? Well, I think that since this doesn't work, except for the lighthouse, we probably don't want that. Fast hands is completely worthless. What weapon are we gonna get? We could probably get a wrench of the monkey variety. But let's see what we actually got going on for the lighthouse. So we do have strength and we do have charisma, but nothing else unless we get, the bozo, and then we have to do the 6th floor. Which dexterity is going to be really easy to future-proof just in case. With that being said, I think we're probably going to go... It's going to be pretty standard, I think. We're not going to do anything particularly fancy. I don't think I ever opened that, but I don't remember. I've opened that thing literally, like, probably over 1,000 times at this point, because sometimes I open and close it for fun. But even if I just opened it once, every single, episode, we would have opened it, like, 900 plus times. I don't know exactly what episode number we're on right now. Eel's Moment? I mean, that's pretty good. We can just, like, stack 8 million damage right here. And I wanted to go to prepare anyways. So this is -2 perception, -2 luck. It doesn't matter. We're on ill-fated. It literally just does... It literally doesn't matter. Insomnia is gonna be pretty bad. Oh, boy. I almost bought that thinking it was the, Look Who It Is. It's not. I mean, I'm going to the store, I'm asking the man at the counter if he has what I'm looking for, and he doesn't know. I'm having to wait around at the store, slow customer service. They're checking in the back of the store. I'm like, hey, could I go back and look? They're sorry, Aiko, sorry, ma'am, employees are only. And it's like, oh my god, 30% doom just to get a weapon in this economy? Ugh. That's, why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, because I'm, like, dumb as hell, I guess. Because I'm, like, a dumbass? Something like that. It's Look Who It Is. I mean, I wish we weren't looking who it is, because this is, hampering the speedrun quite a bit. But, you know what? I've gotten back into Skyrim a little bit, because there was a quick Skyrim retrospective that's 24 hours long on YouTube, and I was watching it, and I thought I was taking, like, fucking crazy pills. Like, I'm sure the full video is fine or whatever. Excuse me. He would do 4 normally? That's fucked up. But, yeah, so I thought I was taking crazy pills, because, like, from what I remember from Skyrim and what the guy was saying in the video, and listen, I'm sure it's an amazing video, but I've never really had this happen to me with a video essay before. I normally just kind of put them on, and then I'm like, alright, I'm in it for the long haul, let's get some good noise for, like, the next week, since, again, it's like the first episode's like 11 hours long or whatever, but looking at it and, like, actually watching it, in, like, the first 30 minutes, he said that, oh god, what was it again? Like, you can't, like, Skyrim is fundamentally flawed because you can't, or, like, the original design decision of being able to pick up a weapon or a skill, and as long as you're using it, you're leveling it up, so you can pick up anything that you want and it will just work. He said that that was flawed because when you're level 20, you can't, like, switch fighting styles. And then the example that he gave was going from, like, melee combat to destruction magic. And I'm just remembering, like, it definitely gets addressed later. Like, I don't know how you couldn't. If you have, like, a 20-hour long Skyrim retrospective, how you wouldn't address this later. But, it just kind of, it was just sort of, like, too distracting for me to be able to just, like, listen to it. You know? Like, but basically, it's like, yeah, you can't go from one-handed to destruction. And if you've ever played Skyrim, you know, destruction magic is awful. Like, destruction magic is horrible. Like, it's the worst kind of attacking style in the game. And I'm just thinking, like, what's one of the most common Skyrim memes that I know of? It's that no matter what build you set out to do in the early game, you are always going to become a stealth archer by the end of the game, because archery is broken. And it's true, right? Like, it's a meme, but it's true. My first playthrough, I was like a one-handed, like one hand and restoration magic in the other, like a cleric, right? And I had a lot of fun with that. And then I got a bow at like level 18. I started trying out bows at like level 18 when I joined like the Thieves Guild or whatever, and I realized that a bow was just like ridiculously overpowered, and then for the rest of the game, up until like level 40 or whatever, I was just using archery because it was the most effective thing. And it's like, it was just so ridiculously overpowered. I didn't need to use restoration magic anymore because I never took any damage. I just annihilated every single thing in my path. 50% Doom Mystery 1, what the hell? But the thing is, I also know multiple friends, right, who played Skyrim, and they started doing, like, a unique build, and then at the end of the game, they were just using archery. And, like, I have to force myself not to do archery whenever I play Skyrim again. And I'm going to be playing Skyrim again at some point, because the video made me want to. But, like, another thing that the video was talking about was that in Skyrim, you have to wear robes if you want magic to be effective, and I was like, wait, what? This ain't Oblivion with heavy armor giving you minus spell effectiveness, is it? Like, when I made a mage character, I always just wore heavy armor and then enchanted it with, like, the same effects that the robes could give you, or very specifically effects that I wanted. Like, the robes were mandatory in the early game because they had the powerful enchantments and you couldn't do anything like that for yourself. But once you got your enchanting skill up, you could just put those enchantments, or, I mean, better ones, on your heavy armor, and you wouldn't really have to care about it, you know? It was a very weird thing, and it's just like, I made it like 30 minutes into the video, but like, normally I really like these sorts of things. It was just sort of like, I found like my first video essay that I didn't like. And, I do think it's really funny. It's like, I don't really know why, but it was like, the framing of the video just felt like an Elder Scrolls fan who really, really hated Skyrim and wanted to talk about why they hate Skyrim a lot. And the thing is, people hate Skyrim, and there's a lot of things about Skyrim that I don't like myself. Skyrim has a lot of baffling design decisions that are just weird. Oh boy. Bozo moment? I mean, there's literally 2, 3, 5. Yeah. Nice. I love missing attacks. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. It's like, Skyrim's got a load of problems. Skyrim's got a lot of problems. But I don't know, it just seemed to me like... How do I put it? Skyrim is okay to play through, like, once. And then when you play it again, like, 5 years from now, you heavily mod it, and then you're like, holy shit, this game had so much potential. Damn it, Bethesda. Also, I don't think the combat is a boring slog. I think the combat works perfectly fine for what it is. I mean, the thing is, right, like, that was one of the critiques that the guy leveled in the video pretty early, was that the combat in Skyrim was boring as hell, and yet plebeians like it anyways. But, it's like, I hate to break it to you, like this might permanently alter how every single person who watches this video thinks about video games. Combat's kind of boring in, like, a lot of games that you play. And a lot of the combat that is good is where the designers created interesting, like, worlds and levels around the combat that make it interesting. Like, interesting design and that sort of thing. Like, because how do I put it? There are very few games that I actually think of when I'm like, I want a game with good combat. And I actually struggle to even think about it. Like, maybe like a Bayonetta, like a Devil May Cry game, something like that. Dark Souls, perhaps? I don't really know. It's like, there are very few games where the combat is the thing that you're really watching for, the thing that you're really waiting for. The combat is just... Here's a great example. Halo, right? Why is Halo fun? Halo is fun, and Bungie said this, is their design philosophy was taking, like, what was it, 20 seconds or 30 seconds? Creating, like, a 20-second loop, and then perfecting it, and then making the player do it over and over and over again. The reason why Halo is good is because the multiplayer maps are designed really, really well, and the actual structure and everything around how the combat is designed for the combat and to complement it. But, like, looking at someone and then holding down the trigger until they die is not, like, necessarily enjoyable, right? So they have to spice it up. They have different weapons, different times to kill, power weapons that are on specific areas, so those areas need to be controlled by teams, vehicles that completely change how combat works. It's what a lot of current, like, shooters get wrong, you know? Is this sort of, like, is the combat itself fun, or is it, like, the everything around the combat that's fun? And there are some really good, like, combat encounters in Skyrim. Like, I really like going into the, whatchamacallits, is it the Falkreath? Is that what it is? Like, the goblin guys, right? Like, those have some really good dungeons. And also, the dwarven, like, ruin areas are also really fun. They've got traps, they've got different, you know, like, vertical layers. I'm kind of struggling to come up with examples, because I haven't played Skyrim in, like, 4 years. Maybe 5. But, basically what I'm thinking about here is that, like, the combat itself can only take you so far. Like, if you just took Halo and you put all the power weapons in like a room that was designed to be, like, the most competitively, like, fair level, and then you just made people play it over and over again, it would do terribly. And I can tell you that it would do terribly for a fact, because, like, look at fucking Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite's fucking miserable. Hey, and what were the worst maps on Halo Reach? The competitive ones. The competitive maps on Halo Reach were fucking horrible. They were awful. They weren't fun. They weren't designed to, like, goof around with your friends in. They were bad. And that is a hill I will absolutely die on. But, like, seriously, I'm not joking. Like, if you optimize a game to be competitive, the only people who are going to have fun are people who are trying to be competitive and, like, trying to become pro players. Like, the only reason you would play, like, a game like that is to be sweaty. But, like, the original Halo, with the power weapons, with the fact that it wasn't necessarily balanced, that you were scrambling against your team to get to the power weapons first so that you could use them. You were scrambling to get to the vehicle with your friends so you could drive around and shoot people. That was all, like, way more enjoyable because of how, like, the levels themselves were designed, right? But, like, the actual gameplay was not, like, you know, mind-blowing. And that was kind of the genius to it. It was really simple gameplay. that was just supported by really, really good level design. And the campaigns had this too. Like, they had great set pieces, great giant arenas for you to fight in, very good corridors. Like, the level design on Halo 3, Halo C, I haven't beaten 2. I got to, like, some of the final missions in 2, because a friend and I were trying to beat it in co-op campaign in, like, a day, and we almost got there. Level design on the Halo Reach campaign was really good, too. It's just, like, from what I remember of Halo 2, the level design was really good. And that's what made it fun, is the level design, the enemies, the variety, the different weapons. It was all, like, and doing dumb shit. Like, that's definitely an underrated part of it, too. Do I really want to take 2 stamina here? Hold on. Because that'll do it for you. That will definitely do it for you. Just don't miss. Hey guys, I'm glad we didn't miss. We're at 5 stamina right now. Let's go. We're gonna live. We're probably gonna die. I'll run it back. I'll give you another one. That's probably fine. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's just like, the level design, the encounter design, the enemy design, and the multiplayer design. It was all so good. For, like, yeah, do that. I don't want to take 5% Doom. We're a little, got a little bit of a Doom problem. Gonna be up in 69% Doom. Very nice number, but not a nice number, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice, but it's not, particularly good for us in any specific way. Also, if we tried to kill him and not get the 3%, we would just instantly die anyways, so it is what it is. Can you believe that's doing -3 when we have 2 sources of -1? It's messed up. I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? A rough transition. I had to mute because my dog, she looked out the window and then she went freaking ballistic. But, I used the time productively. Drank some water, got up, walked around, stretched my legs, you know. But anyways, what was I saying? Combat game design? Yeah, the thing is, what a lot of people probably don't want to admit is that back then, when Skyrim first came out, the idea of you have a right hand and you have a left hand, what are you holding in those hands determines your combat style. That was really cool, and that was really well designed, because it's simple, and everybody can understand it. It's like, okay, I'm holding a weapon with my 2 hands, so it's kind of going to be a bigger and slower weapon that hits harder. I have a shield in one hand and I have a spell in the other. I have a weapon in one hand and a spell in the other. It was really, like, it seems, you know, pretty basic and understood nowadays because we've had a decade plus of Skyrim infecting our lives, but back then, that sort of right-hand, left-hand system was really cool. Like, really cool. It worked really well. And so, it mostly just is, like, people are looking back at some of the weird shit that Skyrim did. Well, I'm not even talking about the video anymore, because, again, I only watched, like, 30 minutes of it, and it's, like, 20 hours long, but, you know, people are looking back at some of the older things that Skyrim did, and like, stinky. By, like, modern standards, yeah, but back in the day, that was huge. Right? Like, that was huge. Anyway, Skyrim's a weird game. I would only recommend playing it heavily modded these days, because it's really easy to mod, and the mods make the game, like, way better. But, you know, when Skyrim came out, playing it on launch, it was good. It was good. I got like a year out of that game. It was great. I remember my time in it fondly. And then when I got a PC that could play Skyrim modded, I went fucking nuts with that, and then I had a lot of fun. And I'm gonna go nuts with it again, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, but you know what's sad, though? Is, and this is totally understandable, by the way, I just missed out on the train, because I was definitely thinking about buying it, because I, like, make the, you know, like, every 3 or 4 year pilgrimage to mod Skyrim and then never play it. I was thinking that I should put down one of those lifetime licenses on Nexus Mods so that I could always have the premium download speed. But they actually discontinued it a couple years ago, back in August. And I was about to say last year because I cannot believe it's 2023 currently. But yeah, they discontinued it back in August, so now you can only do monthly and yearly, and the monthly and yearly got more expensive. Which, here's the thing, completely understandable. Like, the fact that they were ever selling a permanent license to begin with was insane. Like, they should never have done that. And now that they're doing something that is more modern, and it... I mean, listen, the amount of content that they host on that site that they're not getting, like... It's absolutely understandable, but I was totally gonna buy one of those permanent licenses, and now I'm sad. But it doesn't really matter, because I basically do all of my Skyrim modding in a single month, so I just pay for the one-time monthly. Like, I was actually looking back on it. I was looking at my payment history, and it's just like, they don't even have all of them, because some of them are from so far back. But literally, like, all of my payment history is just, like, $3, $3, $3, and they're spaced out by, like, years. But, anyways, it's Look Who It Is? It is Look Who It Is. It's Look Who It's Not, because Leech Girl is gone now. The little crab dance song. Apparently we hate Leech Girl today. I feel a little bit bad, honestly. It's, nope, that's Doom. It's either Doom or Stamina. I don't really know what to say here. I was about to say combat is fantastic, but then I looked at the enemy that we have, and then I'm like, yeah, okay. I could just guess the sequence right on the first try. Bow, clap, 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 bow. Yeah. We're gonna lose anyway, so who cares? I got 2 of the ritual moves right? Okay, yeah, buddy. Alright. Can I get a little prayer? And then we get the fuck out of here. 78% Doom Mystery 3. What do you mean that's not winnable? You mean to tell me that that's not something that we can easily win and clutch? No way. Oh great, I love Doom. Oh yeah, I'll run it back. I'll give you one more. Mainly just because I'm in the mood, I guess. That's basically the only reason. I keep thinking that's Stamina, but I remembered correctly this time that that one is reason. The other one is you trip on a branch. Shuffling sound moment. Ooh, spooky! Puppet matron! Yeah, just don't miss. I will say, though, giving me minus Doom is, pretty nice. I do appreciate it. If you could give me minus Doom in, like, every other event that I go through for the rest of the game, that'd be pretty nice, actually. I would not, indeed, have to run it back. Bulletin moment? Well, we already got roads closed, so it doesn't really matter, but I guess we'll just run it anyways. We gotta go here twice, which roads closed is gonna make a little bit more painful than it otherwise would be. You know, a little 86% as a treat. Oh, could you imagine if we were... I was gonna say, even though this makes no sense because he's a village enemy, but could you imagine if we got Lumpy Officer there? That'd be so good. Could you just imagine if we won the game? That'd be really nice. Yeah, just do it like that, I guess. 67%? I would never miss. I would never miss every single attack in a row. There's no way I would do that. Oh my fucking god, okay. Okay. I'm not even looking at the boss's health. I'm not even looking at the enemy's health, by the way. I don't really care. I'm just goofing off. But yeah, Skyrim was boring in the poorly designed parts, and Skyrim was enjoyable in the fun parts. That's my stance. There is some really bizarre shit in Skyrim, like the whole Companions thing. The Companions Guild's fucking terrible. I think the Dark Brotherhood's probably the only guild they got right. The College of Winterhold was so bad. Wait, we're on all perks? What the hell? I thought because we had, oh, right. I've only been thinking about this one perk that we got, not the fact that we've been healing on the Mimi perk for, like, literally every single time. Yeah, sure. It could go hard and clutch, honestly. Like, what if we completed this mystery? Boom, Forbidden Idol. What? Can you imagine if we just won the game? Oh. Do nothing moment. Anyways, can we get out of hell? Like, I know this is like one of the longest mysteries in the game, but yeah, that's fine. Holes? Well, actually, that's pretty bad. We're taking -2 at the end of every mystery. That's pretty objectively terrible, actually, now that I think about it. Whoa, hold on, buddy. We already established that this is doing 11. But what would this do? 15. What if we just hit the gritty? Because, like... What if we just did it big, right? Like, what if we just did it big? Like, I'm not trying to purposefully die here, but you need to take risks in this situation completely. Also, what if that doctor doing the experimental new treatment for free could remove curses? That would be pretty cool. I think, for some reason, I assumed that he could do that. But then, like, just never, like, tested it or thought about it. I'm walking. Wait, why did I do that? I should have taken the reason. I should have taken the reason. What the hell? I'm dumb as hell. Oh, we're just dead. I'm just dead? Hold on, I'm dead? Catch me dying? Super insomnia. Yeah, we can go again. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We're good. No, we need to discard 2 items on the next mystery, so... No, we do not. We absolutely do not serve the old ones. The old ones, I'm not a fan of the old ones, actually. I'm actually not a very... I'm not a big fan of the old ones. To be honest, I'm sorry, I'm not really a big fan of the old ones. I mean, that is not the Forbidden Idol, so we will be losing the game. But we did, we did do it big. And yeah, I'll give you another one. I already said I would. But let's see what timeline it was. Does this still do minus Doom? I don't remember. Or, like, because this used to give you plus 5% Doom if you, did the thing. So, like, if I get rid of it, what happens? Nothing. Absolutely nothing happens, because that got patched. It's not really a big deal, honestly. I see you down there. She's just looking at me, and then she's doing, like, a little soft bark. She's just joshing around. Oh, wow, Web, you really threw this. What if she was doing 2 instead of 3? Ha ha ha. Uh-oh, she's about to bark. Like, really loudly, isn't she? If she sees anybody out that window, it's freaking over. Wait, this video is 30 minutes long? Wait, what the hell? Okay, sorry, I lied. We can miss once, yeah. Yeah, we can miss once for fun. Nice. Well, I did say I'd give you another one, but it's also a 30-minute long video. Wait, we discarded 3 items? What the fuck? When did I discard 3 items? Oh, the toy. Yeah. Okay. It's look who it is. It's look who it is. Hey, let's look who it is. Cool. Alright, yeah, I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one. Alright, this is a little bit more, we're gonna lose, probably. Knowledge, Dex, Charisma. No Strength, huh? Okay. That's the only one that I would want to raise outside of, I guess maybe Knowledge. Light Source. So we'll probably buy, like, a regular flashlight, if I had to guess. That's probably what we'll do. Oh, there she goes. Perhaps. No, if she started barking for a single reason, then she's gonna keep barking. Absolutely. Is my mic's, like... Uh-oh. I have acquired... Oh, wait, hold on. It still said paused, even though the yellow thing turned red. I have acquired the dog. We're doing a lot of abrupt transitions, but, you know... I'm just letting the OBS pause feature handle it because, like... I could Emmerdale it, but, that would require work and effort. And we all know. We all know that, your boy does not like doing work and or effort when it comes to these videos. Specifically these ones. Now what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Somebody commented recently, the Final Fantasy housing rant thing left its bubble of, like, my usual audience, you know? Because, like, normally what happens is I'll upload a video and, like, I don't know, like 40% of you will watch it. But this time, 40% of you watched it, and then the, you know, the horde, the zombie horde spawned. And it's like a bunch of Final Fantasy gamers started watching that episode, or that video. And somebody recently commented, "This is a pointless rant." And I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck, they've got me. They've summed up my entire existence right here. No. No, they can't do this to me. No. How long ago was that rant anyways? I don't even remember. That got 632 views. Yeah, that left the target audience for sure. That did go hard. People did screenshot, and that was a little bit uncomfortable for me, personally. And by that, I mean I don't really care. But it is really wacky seeing, like, Final Fantasy 14 YouTuber pop up in my fucking comments section. It's like, oh, hello! How to make Gil without crafting? What? Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. You gotta chase those, you gotta chase the info that people want to know. The correct answer, though, is always going to be submarines. Buy submarines. Anyways, what the fuck are we doing? I don't know. It's like Moriko ill-fated or something. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty... I need to actually just, like, play the game, honestly. I actually just play the game. Botany, Cape, Coma, Botany, Cape, Coma, Flood. Botany, Cape, Coma, Flood. I am never going to remember those. I've already forgotten them. It's... Look who it is. Do I want to prepare here? No, because we're on that. Now, what I'll do, I didn't take the money in the thing. True. Do I need it? No, I don't. We're going here? No, we're going here, and we're buying whatever we see first. That's this. And now, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Downtown is doomed. Yeah, sure. We'll just go in here and lose 2 strength forever. Oh, okay, hold on. This is an interesting one. We gotta go with this. Like, we actually have a knowledge check on the lighthouse. We have to go for that. Like, we have to. We already have a weapon that can win us the game. There's literally no reason why we should try to be like, haha, Katana go burr. Like, it would be fun, obviously, but you know what else is fun? Getting +1 knowledge for free. What's that guy's name? Ty Lopez? You want to know what I value more than these Lamborghinis? Knowledge. God, his YouTube ads were everywhere. Absolutely. We do a little try to ignore the feeling. Maybe I could have just taken the Doom. That would have been fine. Hey, are we gonna be locked in the woods for like 5 million years? Trip on a branch? Go outside and touch a branch. Oh no. I mean, we could do something like this. Just a little bit for fun, you know? Yeah, I'm not adverse to this. Oh, you didn't re-roll in the store that one time, so get fucked, nerd. Oh, we rolled a 13 as well, so 12 plus 1. Second enemy moment? This guy's a dickhead. Like, I almost just want to shoot this guy, like, dead ass. We just shoot him. How do we tell him? We just fucking kill him. That's what we do. Do I really want to put this behind a 90% chance? Yeah, sure. Thank God for that. Like, there's no way we fight 3 enemies, he says, knowing Botany Man is around the corner. Can my sanity, like, remain? Like, just for a little bit? Like, I'm sorry, 50% chance, previously 33% chance. Can we just get out of here without me immediately dying? Like, I said I'd give you another run. That implies, you know, another run. That doesn't mean another good one. I would like it to be a good one, though. For real. Oh my god. Price hike moment. True folklore studies? Oh, what the fuck? I mean, sure. I mean, that's really good. I can't complain about that at all. I almost wanted to take self-therapy there. Do I take reason here to heal? Or do I try to get away with some bullshit? Because, like, 8 knowledge here would go hard. 8 perception here would go even harder. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Look at that. It's look. I don't know. I don't know why that got me immediately. I don't know why it got me. It just did. Flood moment. We're doing that last. Ramen, Crimson, Coma. Okay, we're gonna do ramen now. Ramen's pretty easy. Are we gonna pop the inspiring novel on Akamanto or the fertility idol? I don't know. The words this game makes me say, honestly. TBH, TBH. The bloody hell. Wait, what is... what? Why did I say TBH? To be... I don't know. I just said it. I just said it. Yeah, sure. Why not? I will say Moriko with +1 to all of her stats goes hard. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. 3% Doom. It's a little bad, but whatever. Yeah, sure. Bone saw moment. I mean, not exactly what you're expecting to find outside a normal vending machine, but, you know, sometimes. Yo, let's go. The ancient astronaut theorists getting bodied by a, demon hunting lunatic running around with a shotgun. Yeah, this one's fine. Get a little -3 stamina for 10 EXP. Oh boy. My favorite. If we do Akamanto early... Oh, a nasty looking knife. What the hell? A nasty looking knife. Okay, hear me out here. There's no way it could possibly go wrong, right? There's no way. Nothing could possibly... Literally nothing could possibly go wrong. We're right here. Okay, get me the hell out of here. Ringing ears is no more. Crab emoji dance. Apparently we're being really rude to people who are aspiring to become content creators. But I guess we did just choose violence today. I shouldn't have taken the EXP. Why the fuck did I take the EXP? Wait, I'm not on ill-fated anymore. I don't care. EXP was the right call. Coma moment? Actually, no. This is gonna be a little weird. We're going into Crimson Cape. We're using the inspiring novel. We're reading it. We're getting inspired. I failed them, TM. Oh no. We're about to fail a lot more people, Moriko. But that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do it big. Sure. We succeeded? You piece? We succeeded the charisma check and we lost sanity for it? Oh no. Oh my god. Hey, are we gonna make the threshold? Nope. We did not. Hello, dog. Let's see. I mean, my weird collection could, like, Eldritch Amulet clutch. I kind of hate both of these, so I don't really see the reason not to. We'll go ahead and do a point of knowledge, because we do need to do that. Now, if we could actually start putting these stats to use, game, that would be fantastic. I am a little bit worried about fighting Akamanto himself. So, we might have to hit the gritty, alright? And by that, I mean we're gonna hit the gritty, because that's fucking terrifying. So, you know, our sanity is going to be in the bin. Survivor's Guilt can go to hell, especially because it's in here to get us to the full 6% instead of the 4%. So 28. Oh wait, we have this. That's right. Why did I even think about this? We only fought one person in this whole mystery, and it's Akamanto. The absolute dickhead. Anyways. How's our brace looking? Because I'd want a brace for sure. Actually, would I? Honestly, this feels like such a waste. Because he's doing an even amount of damage, so, like, he's not doing 3, or else we could lower it to 1. He's not doing 5, so we could lower it to 2. He's doing 4, so it lowers to 2. Like, there's no benefit here. Like, we can take -4 to all once and go down to fucking 5/5. And then what? We go into coma and it just gets worse? Listen, if we're gonna take -4 to all, we should just do this. Like, I don't care about curse signs, it's alright. 67% doom. We're in one of these weird situations where Knight Errant doesn't really matter, and I might bite my tongue on that in a moment, but it's like, I haven't worried about it at all. 5 stamina! Okay. Bad dog. And don't worry, my dog may be sitting on my lap right now, and you might be like, how dare you say bad dog loudly while your dog is just vibing. She's deaf, she can't hear. Okay, I mean, we're just gonna do this again. Twisted dog jumps at you? FNAF jump scare? What? I'm not doing another one, don't worry. Okay, this 1 health is driving me insane. This 1 health is literally, like, absolutely, like, driving me insane. Like, this is the worst fucking health ratio to be at. Oh my god, this is so frustrating for, like, a lot of reasons. And the lucky earrings do nothing, by the way, so just murder. Oh my god. That was, like, the worst combat encounter we could have gotten. That was so bad. Return to the investigation, 5% of EXP. We've got the Dust of Seeing, that we're gonna be using that against the idol. This isn't even a blunt weapon, even though we're using it to inflict blunt force trauma. 4 sanity? Are you insane? Why are we taking so much damage? Did we get burned or something and I never noticed? Are we on a Thutu? We're on a Thutu. Okay, that's why. Yeah, we can do 13, right? Yeah, because we can follow up with 15. Allegedly. We can follow up with 15. Lump of Flesh is cool, don't get me wrong, but like, oh my god. It's look who it is, it's this. So we're leaving the town after this. Sure. That's actually huge. I'm a big fan of that. Holes is not great. I should have held off a little bit longer. Instead, they found it. I cannot believe this. This is so bad. Like, this is so bad. Like, we have to run. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. This run just turned so badly. Like, the moment enemies got their, like, +1 damage or whatever for it being late in the game, it just got so bad. It just got bad, it just got worse, it keeps compounding. Like, this one mystery was just so... Look at this! How do you compete against this when you're playing Moriko on all perks, man? Like, look at that. This is insane. This is literally insanity. Oh, yeah, see. Cool moment. We're the Bloon in Bloon's tower defense, and we got hit by the glue gunner. Now we're sitting in line with this dickhead. Yeah, we're just doing this. Fuck it. We're just gonna do Crestfallen Mask carry, I guess. Hope that it all works out. Did we get Fetid Fumes? That'd be horrible. Okay, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. Funny moment. I don't want to rest too much, because we're gonna go up to 80 here. So we're just, like, good, I guess. But the thing is, it's like, we're also in bad luck here, because of, you know... Here, give me money. Money, money, money? Let's go. Absolute banger. And I will sell you. Money one more time? 2 stamina? Can we do that? No. The Kappa guy's gonna do like 5 stamina damage, so we're already fucked, right? So, nice. Nice! Cool moment. It's so crazy how, like, badly Moriko scales if she can't get, like... If she just can't, like, get going, I guess. Putting it into +1 perception here is not great. I'm just gonna do stamina. I'm gonna do stamina. And that's just gonna be it. We're just gonna have to hope that this is good enough. I am not happy with how this played out at all. We're gonna need bonus. We can only do 3 attacks a turn or 1 attack when we're blocking. We're gonna need bonus, okay? Why did I use my bullets? Why did I use my bullets, dude? Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. So, 11. 11 moment? 11 moment. Wait, no, that's wrong. That was the last run. Okay, hold on. This is gonna do 9. Oh, wow. I really wish we had 1 point in perception. God damn it. Okay, very funny moment. Are we seriously gonna have to, like, block and then attack and then do this? I think so. Hope he doesn't give us drenched. But I think he has to prepare for that. God, that's horrible. That's awful. Honestly, I mean, we're gonna have to... Do we just get bonus? Hold on. The team's gonna have 17 health, right? If we get 1 bonus damage, then that's gonna be, you know... That's gonna be 18. So I think we have to get 1 bonus and 1 damage reduction. 1 bonus, 1 damage reduction. That's how we win. Is the school dangerous? I don't even remember. But we've got to take all the healing we can get. The theologist is at the school, then we can either go to the village or the forest. We're gonna go to the village 100%, but we're gonna go to the school first. Just hope, get lucky. That's very lucky. Okay. We're gonna go to the village and just hope for the best, see what happens. Sure. Yeah, wait, no, I kinda... Do I take a curse here? Or do I go in? What would be good here? We get another free point? No. Just give me the curse, it's fine. Fearful? Alright, that's pretty bad. Just don't give me a combat encounter. Just no combat, no combat. No combat? Okay, Geologist Gaming? Okay. We're healing. We're healing for the rest of the encounter. That's all we're gonna do. We've got +1, we got +1, -1 damage. Incoming. We got +1 damage dealt, -1 incoming. We're gonna go. We have the Dust of Seeing. Yeah, okay. They have bonus. Now, 80% chance to hit. That's a very funny moment. Hey, look, 120. So, just do this. And hope that, for some reason, the boss doesn't do the full damage, because they don't do the full damage all the time. For some reason, it's completely random. Nobody knows why. Okay, the boss decided to do the full damage. And now we just die, I guess. Like, that was our win condition. Because we've had runs of this, literally, where this boss does not fully do that. Right? The boss does not fully... Okay, what does this do? This would do 10? Yeah, this would just do 10, right? So, we're playing Happy Feet. The funny dancing penguin movie, haha. And we're hoping for the best. It's a 40% chance. Oh my god. We'd have to do it 2 more times. We'd have to hit the 40% chance gritty twice. That's insane. Is there any way that we can cheese this, or anything that we can do? Like, we can regain sanity, obviously. Like, you know... Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, hold on, we can do it like that. This is fucked. That's pretty fucked up, but, you know... You better do 20, you better do 10. Glass eye moment? Yeah, sure, I'll get right on that, Chief. Thanks so much. Oh yeah, we didn't get all of them. 92%, huh? We'll do anatomy class, because Takashi is a human. Now, it was Dex, Charisma, and Knowledge, right? It was everything but Strength. So we're taking 3-3? Yeah, we're taking 3-3. Okay, so just do that. Right? We're taking 3-3. It was... Yeah, we're taking 3-3. We do have Fearful, so that's a little bit concerning, but we do have this, so... We should overall be fine. If I miscalculated and we're taking -6 instead of minus whatever, then we already lose and it doesn't matter, so... We don't... Oh, we don't have a light source. Hold on. We don't have a light source. We got rid of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we gonna be able to recover 1 reason in a fight with Takashi? Perhaps, if we use Tome of Rot, and we throw the old shotgun, and we get, like, 2 hits at least. Okay, let's see what's actually happening in the thing, okay? Let's see what's happening in the lighthouse. So first combat... Okay, so knowledge we're fine. -3 stamina, -3 reason. Light source. Now, that's the final thing, actually. We don't have Heart of Darkness. That's Freaky Flood. So, we're taking -6... We don't have, but we have Fearful, so we're actually taking -7. We're not going to level up, so we need to get +1 sanity out of the Takashi fight. But the problem is, it's a little bit weird. The problem is that we're gonna most likely get hit by him once, And we can't rest. We're gonna get hit. He's gonna be doing bonus, though? Oh, God. We need to kill him in one round of combat, but I don't actually know if that's possible. Even with throwing, even with bonus, even with Tome of Rot, I don't think it's possible. Also, Tome of Rot's gonna give us Mangled Hand, right? So we would have to time it, like, to the end of our... Like, I'll try to do it, but I don't think I can. I think this is a loss. We would have to time it near the end. Because if we get all 3 hits off and then we go down to 2 stamina, we're dead. So, I guess, like, we either rest here and we go up to 94 and then we hope. Or I try to do some, like, crazy bullshit. I think we have to rest here, yeah? I think we have to rest here. I think that's non-negotiable. Okay, because we're gonna, again, we're gonna take minus. Wow, I really wish we didn't come into contact with the dog enemy. Okay, so you need to die in 1 turn. So, that needs to happen. So this is, I mean, that's gonna do 18 right off the bat. The Tome of Rot would do it. The Tome of Rot would absolutely do it. But if we throw as well, let's see where we're at, because we don't need this anymore. So each one of these is doing... Still not good enough. Yeah, it's not good enough. So we have to pop the Tome of Rot. Oh god, please don't. I don't know if I can do it, like, mid-combat. I'm just, like, okay, what would I have to do? I would have to, like, hit launch sequence, and then Tome of Rot, and then click here, right? So, like, is there a hotkey for... No, I don't think there's a hotkey for starting your combat. So just do it big. Oh my god, I did it. Holy shit. I did it. I didn't take any extra doom. We're still gonna die, though, I think. But that's, like, I don't think I've ever successfully done that during combat. That's pretty wild. It is, like... Come on. Hey, wait a minute. Why'd we take... Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm stupid as hell. Yeah, no. It wasn't, Yeah, we were always gonna take 7. So... I don't know why I thought healing to 7 was, particularly a good idea. That's a shame. That was pretty cool, though. I haven't done tech like that before. Because the times I have tried it, it hasn't really mattered. But that time it did matter. Well, not really in the end, but that was cool. I'll honestly take it a little bit. But yeah, we were always gonna take -7. So I don't know why I thought healing to 7 alone would be good enough. It's a shame. That was a good run. We could have won that in a lot of ways, but like, holy shit. Like every enemy in the game doing like 4 to all 4 specifically is just so bad. Like it's just so bad, and the perks that we got were like, kind of not great. But hey, it was a good run. How could we have won that? Gotten lucky on the monument again, never encountered the dog, ran away from 1 less enemy. But the problem was our combat was bad because Moriko really relies on attack speed. She really relies on attack speed. And when you take that away from her and every enemy is incredibly dangerous, you were wishing that you had a small candler, like you got running shoes or something. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.